time is it? Oh, time for my next home exercise video. Hi everyone, and welcome to Exercise for Health. I'm Richard, and today I've got a fun home exercise program for you to follow along to. If you're new to this channel, I post videos for people living with chronic health conditions and show them ways that they can use safe and effective exercise to help manage their health and day-to-day activities. So please tap the subscribe button below and tap the bell icon so you'll be notified when I upload a new video, and remember, it doesn't cost anything. In addition, it's worth checking out some of my previous home exercise videos, as this one again offers some variety and progression. But if you're taking part today, make sure it's safe for you to do so based on your current health, but if you're unsure, check with your health professional first. So just to talk you through what you'll need today, firstly you'll need a little bit of space for you to be able to move around in. You'll also need a chair because we're going to do some of the exercises seated. You'll also need a long towel, preferably like a beach towel, and something for you to anchor it to. So I'm going to anchor it to the bottom of my banister here, because we're going to be doing a pull-up exercise using the towel. Now, if you don't have a particularly long towel, or you wouldn't feel confident doing that exercise, then there is going to be an alternative that I'll show you, which will be using a bit of wall space for you to be able to rest your elbows against and push your elbows against the wall to lift your body forwards. So that'll be an alternative to the one with the beach towel with the pull-up. Finally, you'll also need a water bottle, only one of these, and basically make sure it's filled up with water because that's going to be acting as your resistance. So at any point you feel that you need to take a rest today, you can pause the video at any point if you want to, but essentially just make sure you take this at your own pace. So with all that out of the way, if you get your equipment and yourself ready, and then we'll start with the warm-up. Right everybody, let's get started then. Let's go in for a little walk first of all. Get the feet and the arms moving a little bit, just to gradually build the heart rate up slowly. Good. So just a slow pace to start off with, because we'll gradually increase the intensity and the tempo throughout the warm-up, so we can start to speed up the walking pattern a little bit more now. You'll be glad to know we're going to be doing a few sports moves today in this session, so it should be a bit of fun. Right then, so the first one we're going to do is we're going to do some skipping action with your hands as you do a heel dig with the feet. So just alternating your heel dig from left to right. Keep your elbows tucked in and just make little tiny circles with your hands, like you've got imaginary skipping rope at the same time as you do your heel dig. Good. That's it. Okay. Right, next part of the warm-up then, we're going to do some ice skating. So from here, what I want to do is you're going to go one way and the other way. So basically your arms are going to be swinging across to the front, and you're going to do a little toe tap as you move from side to side. So you're going to tap your foot. Okay, if you want to go to make a bigger sideways movement, that'll make it a little bit harder, get the heart rate up a bit more. And again, if you increase the tempo, do it faster, that's obviously going to increase the heart rate as well. Good, and then back into a walk again. Okay, so the next part of the warm-up is we're going to do a little bit of boxing. So if you bring your feet down to a standstill, so you've got your feet about shoulder width wide, make fists with your hands, and then from there we're going to go jab to the front, hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. Okay, now as I'm doing that, I'm going to turn the hips. So I'm going to go jab as I turn the hips, jab, turn the hips, hook, so I'm twisting my body, uppercut, uppercut. So go with me, 1, 2, round, round, up, up. Make sure those hips are turning, so allow the back foot as you twist to come up onto the toes. So jab, jab, hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. Last time. Hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. Well done, and back into a walk again. Okay, next one we got then is going to just start to stretch across the front of the body a little bit. So what I want you to do is bring your hands out in front of you, feet together, And then from there, as we take the arms out to the side, we're going to do it so palms face up, and at the same time you do a toe tap to the front. Come back to the center, and then the next time you do it, you do the toe tap with the opposite foot. So go one foot, and then the other foot. You choose how wide you go with your arms until you feel a little bit of a stretch. So I'm going from palms facing down at the front to palms facing up when they're up to the side. So that's giving us a little bit of rotation into your shoulder. Obviously you're trying to keep the arms up level with your shoulders, so try not to drop them down. Unless you've got mobility problems for your shoulders, then you probably can. It might feel more comfortable doing it down here. But if you can keep them up shoulder height, I just stretch across the chest a bit more. Good. Last few. And back into a walk again, well done. Okay. So the last one we're going to do is we're going to do some kicks now. And as we do the kicks, we're going to try and see if we can rotate the spine from left to right. So what I want you to do is just bring your arms out in front of you, and then we're going to do a little kick low down with the left. I want you to then twist your upper body to the left, come back to the middle, and then kick with the right and twist your upper body to the right. So we're just alternating, doing a little low kick, so not high on your kick, just kicking out in front. Imagine you got your slippers on and you're flicking your slipper across the other side of your room. At the same time, we're getting a little bit of rotation, so it's making it more challenging because we're up on that one foot as we're moving the upper body, so it's really challenging your balance as well. Good one for the core as well, this. Good. Brilliant, then back to the middle and we'll go back into a walk again. Okay, so that's the warm-up done. We're now going to go into the circuit, and the circuit's going to comprise of 10 exercises and 1 minute on each one. Let's go. Okay, let's go into the main part of the workout then. So we've got 10 exercises that we're going to do, 1 minute on each exercise. I am going to explain what each of the exercises are before we do it, so that will give you a little bit of rest time between each of the different exercises. So the first one we're going to do is a single leg deadlift with a row. Bit of a complex exercise, but you're going to need your filled up water bottle for this one. So to do the exercise, it might also be worth you doing this near the chair, so you've got the other hand that's not doing the row near something for you to hold on to while you go up onto one leg. So I'm going to have the chair to my left, I've got the weight, or my water bottle in this case, in my right hand, and I'm going to be doing the exercise on my left leg. So just to show you, the exercise from there is I'm going to raise my right leg up behind. So I'm on my left leg, I can use my left hand to keep hold of the chair, and at that point I'm then going to do a row with that arm, and then I come back to the start position and I start again. So as my body leans forwards, my leg goes up behind. You can just do a small movement here. If you're more flexible and you've got more stability in the hip, then you can actually go further forwards to here if you wish. So I'll let you choose how much you want to go over. So we're going to do this for 1 minute. So get yourself ready. Off you go. So leaning forwards, then do the row, then come back to the start position and repeat. Lean forwards, make sure that other leg goes up behind. So it should be right leg going up behind, right arm doing the row, then you return to your original position. Keep it nice and controlled. So it's not about so much about speed on this, it's a lot about balance. It's getting a lot of stability into the hip of that left leg while balancing on it. If you can do it without the use of the chair, which I obviously can't, then do it without holding onto the chair. But this is quite an advanced exercise. Good, keep it going. So use that chair if you need to. Make sure you keep that balance. Good. Last few seconds on this one. Should be feeling that now in that left leg, the supporting leg. Good, and stop there. Well done. Right, you can pop your water bottle out the way for a minute. The next one we're going to do is a close grip press up. So this is where you need a bit of wall space. And you're going to, with your wall space or your door for what I've got here, you're going to have your hands relatively close. You can either overlap them like this, or put them like this, or have your thumb and four fingers together. Place them a little bit lower than your shoulder height on the actual wall or the door. Feet are shoulder width wide, and then from there you're going to let your elbows go out to the side towards the wall and then push yourself away. To make it harder, you have your feet further away from the wall, and then that will make the exercise harder because you've got more of your body weight going into the wall. So get yourself ready on your wall space. Again, we're going to do this for 1 minute. Ready? Off you go. So into the wall, push yourself away. So your chest will be going in towards the back of your hands as you let the body go in. Push yourself back out to arm's length till those elbows are straight. So as you're going towards the wall, the elbows are going towards the wall as well, but slightly out to the side. And you'll feel this on the back of your arms as you're going in and out. So keep breathing with it, nice and steady. Feel those muscles working on the back of the arms. Also make sure you keep a nice strong core. So don't let the hips sag in too much, and at the same time don't leave your hips behind you. Make sure your body stays straight as you go in and out. Good, keep breathing with it as well. Should be feeling that now a lot on the back of the arms. That's those tricep muscles working. We've got last few seconds on this one. Keep it going to the end. Good, and stop there. Well done. Okay, so that should have got the arms going a little bit. Next one we're going to do is we're going to go to your chair. So we're going to do this one seated. And I did say there's a few sports in this one today. So this one, we're going to do the 400-meter hurdles. Think of like running around a track and then hurdling over each hurdle. So what we're going to do is we're going to be in a jogging position like this. And then after every sort of 3 seconds or so, I'm going to tell you to jump. And that's where we do like a little hurdle motion. So when I say jump, you just go right knee, left knee. And then the next time I say jump, you'll go left knee, right knee. So you're just lifting those knees up a bit higher. Try and keep good posture while you're doing this, which is difficult. If you find it's too hard, put some cushions underneath your chair to bring yourself up a bit higher to make it easier. So get yourself ready, 1 minute, ready, off we go. So jog, 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 jump, jog, 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 jump. Good, jog, 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 jump. Make sure you got both arms and legs working together. Jump, jog, 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 jump. Brilliant, jog, 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 jump. That's it, keep it going. Jump, brilliant. Try and keep that body upright even when you're jumping. Good, heart rate should be coming up. Jump, jump, brilliant. Jog, 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 jump. Let's get over those hurdles. Hurdle over the top. Jog, jog, jump. Last few seconds on this one. Jump, keep it going. Jump, good. Jump and stop there, good work. Right then, let's go on to the next one, which is another sporting one. This time we're going to do, it's basically like a basketball move. So you're going to have your feet shoulder width wide. Imagine that you're going to grab a basketball from the floor and then you turn and shoot. Then we do the next one, we grab the basketball from the floor, we turn the opposite way and shoot. So as I go down, it's like a squat position. So I'm squatting down, you choose how low you go, so don't think you have to go right down to the floor. You can have your basketball here if you wanted to, imagine your basketball. Once you've got it, I'm going to turn, notice how I pivot on my feet, and then I'm just going to throw my arms up in the air like I've done a shot. I come back to the center, and then I start again. So grab the imaginary ball, pivot on my feet as I turn the other way, and then shoot up with both hands. 1 minute, so make sure you got your space. Ready? Off you go. So grab that basketball, turn and shoot. Grab the basketball, turn the opposite way, shoot. Grab, shoot. So we're getting that squat position, take the ball and then turn and shoot up. Squat down, turn and shoot. Really good cardiovascular this one, because it's getting a lot of muscles working in both the arms and the legs. So you should be feeling puffed out on this one. Grab and shoot. Remember, you choose how low you go. If you need to slow the movement down a little bit to make it a little bit easier, that's absolutely fine. Good, how are we doing on time? A little bit longer yet. Good, grab that ball, turn and shoot. Brilliant, keep it going everybody. Last few seconds now. Keep the oxygen going in, your body needs it. Good, and stop there, well done. Brilliant, right, let's go on to the next one. The next one's where you're going to need your towel. It's because we're going to do the pull-up. So, on this one, If you have got the long towel, make sure you wrap it around something. I've got my banister here to use as my anchor point. It needs to be strong enough to take some of your weight, and also make sure the two ends are the same length, so you've not got one longer than the other. So they're the same length, and that should be tight, and that's because I'm pulling it down slightly, it's not going to slip off anything. So I'm holding on to the ends of the towel. My feet are going to be further forwards, about shoulder width wide, and I'll let my body go back till my arms are straight, and then I'm going to pull my fist towards my chest, which is lifting my body weight up, so I can then get my chest to come up to touch the ends of the towel. So you're working all the muscles across the top of the back and also in the top of the arms as well. So as you pull yourself up, make sure you squeeze those shoulder blades together at that point and then back down. Okay, so if you don't want to do that one, I've got an alternative for you, which is up against the wall. And I'll post this in the top left-hand corner of the video for you. But essentially, you need to be back by your wall space. Feet are shoulder width wide, but about 6 to 8 inches away from the wall. Let your body just drop back to the wall initially, and then push your elbows back into the wall. And the movement then from there is I'm going to push my elbows hard into the wall to lift my body forwards, and then drop back down to my back's touching the wall again. So I'm going to force my elbows in. By doing that, squeezing the shoulder blades back together, so you're working the same muscles up on the top of the back as what we've got with the beach towel. So I'll let you get set up if you want to choose that one instead. I'm going to show you the one with the beach towel. So again, we're going to do it for 1 minute. So get yourself ready. Off you go. So as you lift up, squeeze those shoulder blades back together and then drop back down. To make it easier, move your feet further away from the towel. To make it harder, move your feet further forwards, closer to the towel, because that will angle your body more and get more of your body weight then going backwards. So as you're pulling your body weight up, make sure you're squeezing those shoulder blades together at this point before you lower back down. If you're doing it against the wall, same principle, force your elbows into the wall so that you're trying to lift your body weight forwards just a fraction away from the wall. So keep breathing with it. You should be feeling the muscles now working across the top of the back, between the shoulder blades. So really working into those postural muscles. Good, last few seconds on this one. Good. Probably get one more in. Well done, and relax. Okay, so that's that one done. Next one, we're gonna go back to your chair because we're gonna do a Russian twist. So for this one, you can use your water bottle to act as a bit of weight, so you can just hold your water bottle with 2 hands, but you don't feel that you need to use this if you don't want to, because basically the movement is, if I show you the easy version, feet flat on the floor, and all I'm going to do from there is lean my body back just fractionally, and then with the water bottles I'm going to take it to one side of my hip, tap it down, and then bring it to the other side of the hip. Now I can make this harder by actually doing it with either one foot or both feet up in the air as I'm going from side to side. That's going to make it a little bit harder if you want to make it a bit more challenging. So again, we're going to do this for a minute. If you don't want to use the water bottle, then you can just literally tap your hands either side of your hip, so we're getting that twist. But you don't want to be completely upright, want to lean back a little bit so we can activate these core muscles a little bit more. Okay, get yourself ready then in your chair. 1 minute, ready, off you go. So just keep that position where you're slightly leaning back, and we're just twisting the body, twisting the shoulders, so you can tap either your hands or your weight or your water bottle in my case, just either side of the hip. See how much you can actually rotate the spine as you go from one side to the other side. So you're going to feel this around your waist as you're twisting from side to side. Good, again, keep breathing with it, just like we've done with all the other exercises today. As you're moving from side to side. Good. Good, if at any point you need to take a little bit of a breather on this one, if you find this too much, then just stop for a second. Let's see if you can make it all the way through to the minute if you can. Keep that twisting going in the last few seconds now. Good, well done, and stop there. Brilliant. Okay, right, we're on to the next one. So the next one, going back to a little bit of a sport again, is we're going to pretend like we're skiing. So for this one, you're going to have your feet about shoulder width wide. you're basically going to do like a half squat as you ski, but then as you come up, we're going to do this push where we just get the leg to push up and out to the side. So we go ski and then push off, taking that leg up to the side. Now, if you don't feel confident enough pushing the leg out to the side and back slightly, then what you can do is just do it as a toe tap. So we can go ski, toe tap, ski, toe tap. So that's an alternative if you want to make it a bit easier. 1 minute again, another cardiovascular one, this one. Ready? Off you go. So ski, push with one leg. Ski, push out to the side. Ski, push. Ski, push. You choose how low you go. So I'm getting this skiing action. Imagine like I've got poles in my hands and I'm pushing myself with the hands as I do this little half squat, and then I push off with one foot. Ski and push. Ski and push. Ski, push. Good. Brilliant. Should be feeling the heart rate going up again on this one. You'll also feel it, the muscles around the side of the hip work as you raise the leg out to the side. Remember, you can just do it as a toe tap if you don't want to go up onto one leg. So ski and then toe tap to the side. Good. Last few seconds on this one. Keep it going. And stop there, well done. Okay, right, we're on to the next one. This is where we're gonna need your weight or your water bottle again. So, we're gonna use 2 hands to hold on to your weight or your water bottle. Basically, you may have seen this in the health and fitness industry as a kettlebell swing. Normally use kettlebells doing this one, but we're just gonna use our weight. So you need to hold on to that with 2 hands. Your feet are gonna be a little bit wider than the shoulders width. So I'm gonna have them slightly wider than my shoulders, toes pointing upwards a little bit. And basically it's kind of like a deadlift, which simply means I'm gonna hinge from my hip, keeping my back flat as I go down. I'm taking the water bottle down between my knees, and then I push my hips forwards and raise the weight up to shoulder height in front. So I go from here to here. That's the motion. Now be careful with your back that you don't end up doing this, because you're gonna feel that more in your back, and that's not so good. So make sure that you push your bottom up in the air. So as you go down, taking the weight or the water bottle between your knees, that the back stays flat. Okay, and then we're raising up this way. So the movement is hinging from the hip as you go forwards and back. It's just the hip moving backwards and then forwards again. Okay, 1 minute. Are you ready? Set yourself up, get ready, off you go. So between the knees and then up just to shoulder height. So it's not so much we're lifting with the arms, the actual movement of that hip extension where I'm pushing my hips forwards will actually use that momentum to help you lift the weight up to shoulder height to the front. So it's not so much a shoulder exercise, it's more of an exercise for your bottom and your leg muscles. Nice and steady though, don't go too low. Allow the knees just to flex a little bit naturally as you're going forwards and the weight's going down between your legs. Good. Again, keep breathing with it. Should be feeling that on the back of the legs and into your bottom. Good. If that weight's getting a bit too much, you can drink some of the water and that'll make it lighter. Last few seconds on this one. Good, well done, excellent. Right, let's go on to the next one. So the next one we got then is we're going to do a seated triathlon. So if you know what a triathlon is, it's basically a swim, a cycle, and then a run. But we're going to do that seated. So it's another one of these sports ones again. So essentially, I'll just briefly run you through the 3 different exercises. Each one we're going to do for 20 seconds to make up your minute. So the first one is we're going to do a swim. So basically we're using the arm action like you swim in front crawl, but we also want the legs doing the little flutter kicks like this as well at the same time. So we want the arm action and the leg action at the same time. Okay, so that's for the first 20 seconds. Second 20 seconds is we're then going to go into a cycle. So imagine you've got some pedals in front. Hand position you can put where you want to. You can hold on to something for a bit more support if you want to, or if you're happy to do it like this, that's going to work your abdominals that much more. So that's the second one for 20 seconds, and then the last one is we're then going to run for 20 seconds. So get yourself in your seated position. Ready? Starting off with the swim. Off you go. So get those legs going, keep the legs straight, and just let the arms go round like you're swimming front crawl. So we've got this for the first 20 seconds, first part of a triathlon. Good, keep it going. Last couple of seconds on this bit. Okay, let's change it now to the cycling. So we're pedaling the legs, hand position. You can put wherever you want. If you want to keep hold of the chair, that'll give you a bit more support. If you want to keep the hands up here, that's going to work your abdominals that little bit more. So keep pedaling those legs. You're going to feel this in the top of your hips. Keep pedaling those feet. Okay, now we're going into our run now. So let's start running. Last part of the triathlon. Get those feet moving and the arms moving together. Good, keep working, keep working. Last few seconds. All the way to the end, get to that finish line. And stop there, good. There's your triathlon done. Okay, we've got one more to do. And the last one is to do the reverse of the first exercise we did, which was this deadlift, single leg, and then with the row. So you need your water bottle for the weight. We also need to make sure that we're doing this on the other side to what we did the first one on. So this time I'm going to turn to my right. So I've got my right foot, I'm going to be putting my weight on, right hand closest to the chair for a little bit of support, and then my left leg's going behind and the left arm's going to be doing the row with the water bottle in it. So set yourself up, ready, off you go. So lean the body forwards as the leg goes up behind, row, and then come back up to your start position. Lean the body forwards, row, back to your start. Remember, you dictate how low you go. Depends on your mobility and your strength in that hip on the right side this time. So if you've got good mobility and flexibility, you can go a little bit further. If not, just go forwards a little bit and then row. So you dictate how low you go. Use the chair if you need it. Good. Keep the oxygen going in as well. So this is the last one for the full minute before we go into the cool down. So lean forwards, squeeze that shoulder blade up as you're lifting that water bottle, your weight up towards your ribs. Squeeze and lift that shoulder blade back. Last few seconds. Good. And stop there. Well done. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating. So hopefully that's given you a good workout. What we're going to do now is we're going to the cool down. Okay, let's cool down then now. So just find a space and just start marching on the spot, nice and gently, just allow your heart rate to gradually come back down slowly. So we're getting a little bit of recovery time for a bit, and then we're going to do some stretches at the end. Okay, let's do a little bit of a side step. So just tap in the feet as you move from side to side. Just a smaller step compared to what we did at the beginning when we did our ice skaters. This one's just going to be a smaller side step. Good. Okay, good. Bring the feet down to a standstill so they're about a shoulder width wide. Hands on the hips and just gently push the hips from left to right. So you're trying to keep your head still in space between your feet, and it's just the hips that are moving from side to side in between. Good, okay, right, next one, we're going to do some stretches now. So let's do an upper back stretch. If you place one hand on top of the other, roll the shoulders forwards like you're trying to get your shoulder blades to be pulled apart, and then just push your arms forwards away from you so you can feel it stretch around the top of the back. Nice, slow, gentle breathing while we hold the stretch, as we've done in the previous video. So it's just nice, relaxed, passive stretching, which is just a nice way to help cool down a little bit. Okay, let's do the chest stretch. So we're going to place the back of the hands behind you into the lower part of your back like this. And then from there, just squeeze the shoulder blades and the elbows back so you can feel the pull across the chest and the front of the shoulders. Again, we just hold it there just for a few seconds. So try and relax your breathing again as you hold the stretch. Good, and release. Okay, next one we'll do is a shoulder stretch. So bring a straight arm across the body. Other hand's going to go up underneath on the outside to pull that straight arm further across, so you can feel the stretch around the side of your shoulder. And then switch over, same the other side. Good. Okay, now we're going to stretch the muscles down the front, which we worked when we did the pull up with the towel. So I want you to straighten up one arm in front of you with the palm facing up to the ceiling. And then your other hand is going to pull down on that hand to pull the fingers back underneath, keeping the elbow straight. And as you pull the fingers back on themselves this way, you should feel the stretch come all the way down the front of that arm and into the forearm as well. Good, release that one. Let's do the same with the other one. So arms straight at the elbow, palm facing up. With your other hand, pull the fingers back underneath so we're getting that flexion, extension of the wrist here. Just so you can feel the stretch all the way down the front of that arm. Good, okay, next one, we're going to do an inner thigh and lat stretch at the same time. So for this one, take your feet out as wide as you feel comfortable with your legs straight. Place one hand on the side of the leg with the other hand up in the air. And what we're going to do now is we're going to lean the body to the side where you've got the hand on that leg. So I'm also going to reach up and across here. So I'm getting a stretch here on this side of the body and also on the inside of the leg on the hand that I'm drawing down the side of it. Good, let's switch over. So other hand up in the air. So trying to lift that shoulder up so we start to engage a stretch on the side of the back. We'll increase that as we go further across, and the other hand sliding down the side of the leg so you might feel stretch on that inner thigh at the same time. Just be careful you don't come forwards with this one, so try and keep your hips in line. So we're reaching sideways, we're not flexing forwards. Good, okay. Bring the feet back in. Okay, sit down for the next one. So we're going to do a hamstring and calf stretch. So straighten out one leg in front of you so you've got the heel on the floor. Try and pull the toes back towards you as well, and make sure this knee stays straight. With the hands on the opposite leg, sit yourself up tall. And if you don't feel stretch yet, I want you to then think about keeping your posture. Think about pushing your belly button forwards to increase the stretch down the back of that straight leg. Good, and then switch over, same the other one. Brilliant, well done everybody. I hope you enjoyed the session today. If you did, please give it a thumbs up by hitting the like button below, and I'll see you on the next video. Well done. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video today, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click here to subscribe to this channel or click here to watch a recent video. See you soon.